Today, we're diving into something I think we all struggle with. That feeling when you know you should be doing something important, but you just can't. We're going to talk about how you can actually reprogram your brain to crave hard work. Let's do this. This quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You know, that project, that workout, that book you need to read, those are the vegetables. They're good for you. But when you try to sit down and do them, they just feel so bland, so joyless. And meanwhile, the candy, social media, video games, junk food, it's right there, and it's all your brain seems to want. So that brings us to the big question, right? Why? Why does the stuff that will actually improve our lives feel so unappealing, while all the easy distractions feel almost impossible to resist? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not a character flaw. It's not that you're lazy. It's a biological switch that's gotten stuck in the on position, and we're going to figure out how to flip it back. So to understand the why, we've got to look at the science behind motivation. And it all boils down to one famous little molecule, dopamine. But maybe not in the way you've heard. See, this isn't just about feeling pleasure. It's about the very engine that makes you want things in the first place. Okay, so here's the key idea. It's all about your dopamine baseline. Think of it like your brain's reward thermostat. Every time you scroll an endless feed or watch a super intense action movie, you're cranking that thermostat way, way up. And over time, your brain just gets used to that intense heat. It sets a new, higher baseline. So what happens? Well, normal, healthy activities like reading a book or even just having a conversation, they don't generate enough heat anymore. They just don't feel rewarding. And this is absolutely crucial to get. There's a huge difference between wanting and liking. See, we call dopamine the pleasure molecule, but that's not quite right. It's the motivation molecule. It's the wanting, the craving, the itch that makes you go get something. The actual pleasure, the liking, the sigh of relief, that comes from other chemicals in your brain. The problem is, so much of modern entertainment is designed to spike your wanting system over and over without ever really satisfying it. It leaves you always craving more but feeling less and less fulfilled. All right, so our reward thermostat is set way too high. So what's the fix? How do we fix it? Well, the good news is you don't have to force yourself to eat cardboard-flavored vegetables forever. The answer is to just reset the thermostat. Give your brain a short, intense break so it can find its natural set point again. That's it. Just 48 hours, 2 days. We're not talking about some grueling, months-long odyssey here. The whole idea is to intentionally starve your brain of all that cheap, easy dopamine it's gotten hooked on. When you do that, your dopamine receptors basically get a chance to heal, and they become more sensitive again. It's a really small investment for a massive long-term payoff. So, what does this actually look like? Here's the game plan. For 48 hours, you cut it all out. No phone, no internet, no video games, no music, no junk food. It's basically a fast for your senses. So, what can you do? The boring stuff. Write in a journal, meditate, go for a long walk in total silence, clean out your closet, plan your week on paper. The point is to actually be bored. Boredom is the feeling of your brain recalibrating itself. Now look, I know this sounds pretty miserable, but trust me, what happens on the other side of these 48 hours is, well, it's profound. This is where the magic really happens. You're not just recovering from burnout. You're actively reprogramming what your brain finds interesting in the first place. Remember our analogy from the beginning? After this reset, the vegetables suddenly start to taste good again. Because your dopamine baseline is back to normal, the small, subtle reward you get from finishing a tough task, from learning something new, or from just being focused, it's enough. It actually feels satisfying again. That project you were dreading, your brain starts to see it as an interesting puzzle, a welcome challenge. You literally learn to crave the effort. And that's really the whole idea. By understanding how your dopamine system works and giving it a reset, you can fundamentally change your relationship with work and with challenges. So the final question is really for you. Once you've reset your own reward system, what's that hard thing, that meaningful goal that you're finally going to learn to crave?